Hey everyone, in today's video, I want to share one of my biggest learning from the mistake I made by investing in MTAR technology. So I've been closely tracking MTAR since its IPO in March 2021. That's more than 3 years. I discussed its business in detail on YouTube platform and in fact also added it in my portfolio. The reason was simple. MTR projected it as a leading player in clean energy with hydrogen fuel, aerospace, nuclear and defense sector of India. And all these sectors are sunrise sectors with immense growth potential. MTR even contributed to Chandrayaan-3 success and had a long relationship with ISRO. Not only that, company's revenue and profits were growing at an exponential rate after its listing. For instance, its revenue jumped from 214 crore in 2020 to 246 crore in 2021, then 322 crore in 2022, then 574 crore in 2023. Basically, its revenue more than doubled from its IPO level in 2021 to 2023 in just 2 years. And its net profit zoomed from 31 crore to 46, then 61 and then 103 crore. So net profit had grown more than 3 times in 3 years. Clearly, company was growing at an exponential rate. But the biggest factor for investment was its future growth guidance. I used to keep a close eye on its quarterly results and management always guided for exponential growth. In fact, in one of the interview, company's MD mentioned that they can potentially grow 5 times in the next 5 years. On top of that, even Indian government launched National Green Hydrogen Mission that boosted the growth of green hydrogen. So it looked like every stars are aligned for growth in MTR technology, and it was a no-brainer investment. This slide is from company's Q4 FY23 presentation. At the beginning, they guided for 45 to 50% growth and later revised to 75 to 80%. They actually achieved 78% growth. EBITDA guidance was 29% plus minus 50 basis point and they achieved 27%. Closing order book guidance was 1200 crore and they achieved 1172 crore. Clearly the guidance of FY23 was met. And then management guided for 45 to 50% growth in revenue in FY24. So the future was also looking very positive. However, things started taking a U-turn in FY24. Company's FY24 revenue remained flat at 581 crore and profit tanked 50% from 103 crore to 56 crore. So against the guidance of 45 to 50% growth for FY24, revenue growth was completely flat. It was not even a small deviation from guidance. It was a huge miss. Now it is not that management can't go wrong. They can also go wrong sometimes. But the biggest issue was management kept on giving higher guidance on every quarter. After Q1 of FY24 result, when company missed the guidance, management said that we have given a guidance of 45 to 50%, which translate to about 830 to 860 crore of revenue and continue to confirm the same guidance moving forward. We have a strong revenue growth over the next 3 quarters during FY24 to meet the revenue guidance. Then after Q2 result, when company conducted the con call in November 23, management revised the guidance from 830 to 860 crore all the way to 670-700 crore. I mean, by November they completed more than half the financial year, yet they did not clarify the results can be even weaker. They just reduced the guidance. Mind you, the actual FY24 revenue was 581 crore and margin was 19%. Then after Q3 results, management rather than providing the right picture, completely ignored the FY24 number and started focusing on FY25. They gave growth guidance of 45 to 50% with 900 crore of revenue for FY25 with 26% EBITDA. They even said that these numbers are on conservative basis. Then by May 24, when they conducted con call after Q4 result, they reduced FY25 guidance from 45-50% and 900 crore with 26% EBITDA to 30-35% with 22% EBITDA. And they have recently declared their Q1 result where revenue is down by 16% and net profit is down by 77%. I mean, I closely follow many companies and read a lot of con call, but the way MTR management has goofed up with their guidance, it has completely broken my trust. Like I said earlier, even management can sometimes go wrong, but once or twice is understandable. How can you consistently go wrong with your guidance for last 5 quarters? And if you can't predict anything, why do you need to give such high growth guidance? There's no compulsion to give the guidance, right? There are many companies, for example, Newgen, they don't give growth guidance, which is okay. At least you should not misguide people. So initially when 1 or 2 quarter results were bad, I thought it's probably a one-off thing. Eventually MTR will go back to its growth trajectory. But then I realized how management is trying to misguide people with wrong guidance. And the worst part is they did not even acknowledge this mistake. When FY24 guidance was completely off, they started giving FY25 guidance. And with Q1 result, it looks like even FY25 is also going to remain challenging. Now look at what management has to say on latest result. We are looking forward to clock highest ever revenue in Q2 of this fiscal year. Also, the execution in second half is going to be stronger than the first half. Clearly, we can't trust them now. For me as a long-term investor, it's very important to trust the management, which is completely broken. And that's why I said investment in MTR was a mistake. I got carried away by their lofty promises. But the thing is, as a retail investor, we don't have any other option because we don't know leadership in person. All we can access is the annual report, investor presentation and con calls. Based on that, we have to make an investment decision. In fact, not only retail investors, even top institutions invested in the company that included many mutual fund houses. And when I started my research, that time mutual fund houses were actually increasing stake in the company. However, later, they also realized the problem in the company and they have significantly reduced the stakes. Actually, there was big red flag when promoters were consistently selling stake in the company since many quarters. That time itself, I should have realized that there is something fishy with the company. On one side, management is giving huge growth guidance, and on another side, promoters are selling stake. That is a big red flag. And in last few quarters, retail holding has almost doubled in the company, which is again a red flag. So the biggest lesson from MTR story is you can't trust the management blindly. It takes a good few years to make sure that management is genuinely honest and does not misguide the investor. That is the reason I closely track many quarter results along with a comment section where I mention the key commentary and track the company actual performance as compared to the guidance. I discuss this with my close community via weekly video series that include one exclusive video every week. Now let me not stress this video further. I've shared my learning from MTR incident with you all and hope that you'll find it useful. Next time when you study the company, make sure that its management has a reputation of fulfilling the promises. And another lesson that I always share is never keep more than 5 to 10% allocation in a single company. Personally, I avoid more than 5% allocation in a single company. Even if it is a very promising company, make sure that you don't cross 10% allocation mark because at the end of the day, we only have access to certain information. We don't have insider information. Hence, risk management is a very important part of portfolio building. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next video. Till then, take care.